reaction that has a negative delta H and a positive delta S. Which of the following statements is true? Well, negative delta H, so delta H less than 0, means that the reaction is exothermic. And we have a couple different things to say about that. Well, when something is exothermic, or when a reaction is exothermic, that means that the products have lower potential energy than the reactants. And our reaction energy diagram with potential energy and reaction progress has our products P down here and our reactants up here. And what we've said for a while is that just like a ball rolls down a hill, reactants will turn into products, or tend to, if they lower the energy as they become products. So now positive delta S, so delta S greater than 0. I don't know, I think there is a term for it, but what we have to know is that if delta S is positive, that means that the products have more entropy, or higher entropy, more entropy, higher entropy. Okay, and both of these tend to be spontaneous. Both of these tend to be spontaneous. And what you would then conclude is that this reaction will always be spontaneous. And I also like to bring up this equation, delta G equals delta H minus T delta S. And if we plug in just the signs, meaning that delta H is negative and delta S is positive, but the fact that temperature is in Kelvin, meaning temperature is always positive, and there's a minus sign here, means that this whole term will be negative. You can see that both of these parts are always negative, which means that delta G will always be negative. And I'm saying that delta G will always be negative under just these terms, right? But what we can do is, if delta G is always negative, that means that the reaction will be always spontaneous. And there's a bunch of questions like this on the recitation this week about what if this is negative, what if this is negative, what if this is positive, and all the different sign combinations. But to answer this question, this reaction will be spontaneous at all temperatures, because no matter what T is, this will always have a negative sign. Any questions about that?